Hello, everybody. I want to talk about a dream I had this night or this morning, which was a bit strange, or rather the opposite, actually. It wasn't particularly strange because it was very, very realistic. And this is something that has happened to all of you, I'm sure. It was, but then there were circumstances around this when I woke up, which were a bit particular. Anyway, the dream was that I was very clear in my mind that I had woken up and it was morning and I was late for work. And it was a bit surprising because I haven't had a steady job for a long time, but I knew that this was something that I had decided on doing. And it was, yeah, very clear. I had woken up. The time was like 7 o'clock or something in the morning, 7:30. And there were a lot of details around it, and I don't have to go into those, but it was very, very clear. And then I woke up for real, and I was like, wow, so okay, I'm here now, and I'm not going to work. But it felt very strange. It felt as if I wasn't sure whether the former reality was the real reality or this one. I'm sure you're familiar with this feeling, but there was something about it. It wasn't scary or anything. It was just a very odd feeling. It was still dark out, and I lay there in bed for a while and pondered this. Then I got up, and I I didn't think very much. I didn't have very many thoughts. It was just a bit of an odd feeling. And then I sat down on my couch to do my morning meditation. And it was still pretty dark out, and objects started floating a little bit when I looked at them before I closed my eyes. Like I have a plant right in front of me, and it was like slowly sinking like this. I wasn't still not scared, but it was very interesting. But anyway, I closed my eyes, and then this dream came back to me, and it was still very vivid and very clear. And I was really amazed that this was so. I was so convinced that I was going to work. And then other images started coming to my mind, to the fore. I remembered buildings, a couple of large buildings that I had run through in search for people and things. Two buildings mainly, and they were also very, very clear in my memory. It was like a memory. So I had to investigate my mind, my memory, to come to find out whether this was actually an actual three-dimensional memory, if these were buildings that I had actually visited with my body. But I did this little investigation and came to the conclusion that no, those were also dreams, but they were also very, very clear. And it felt as if I might have dreamt about being in those buildings several times. So that was interesting. And I was still not afraid, but it just gave a feeling of how rich life is and how incredibly ingenious and creative the mind is on so many levels. And it just dawned on me that how much I have access to. I have access to all these I mean, not only the memory of everything I have experienced every day in my life here on Earth, but also every dream that I've had. And I mean, how many dreams have I had since I was a toddler? Many dreams. So it's just boundless, it's limitless, it's completely without limitations. And I don't have to think about these memories, these dreams, but I have access to them should there be a need for me to access something that has happened to me, or something that I've experienced, or something that I have dreamt. I have access to it whenever I need it. And it's so rich and it's so limitless. And it's just I mean, something to be very grateful for, and it's, you can just ponder it in wonder, because it's so fantastic, and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it on a daily basis, because that wouldn't be possible. It wouldn't be possible for me to live my life if I had constant access to all these memories, all these dreams, as you can understand. I mean, it's self-evident, but it just came to me that it's so rich and so boundless and limitless, and it has nothing to do with my brain. I don't have to worry about my brain being filled up, I mean, overflowing or anything like that. It's not there. It's not there. It's somewhere else. The brain filters it. The brain is, I use my brain to think about these things in a way that I can integrate it in this three-dimensional life here. That's what it's for. It's a filter. If the brain wasn't there, I would probably have access to all these memories and experiences, but it wouldn't be possible to live in a three-dimensional world then. Then I would be in some other kind of realm, which I probably have been and will be at one point, whatever me is in that context. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's fantastic, isn't it? The amount of experience and knowledge that we have access to when we need it. Have a wonderful week now. See you next time. Bye-bye.